Imagine this for a moment. Two men walk into the same room. One is 43 years old, spends most of his day sitting at a desk, sleeps poorly, eats whatever is convenient, and quietly worries that his intimate life isn't what it used to be. The other man is 74. He enjoys long walks every morning, stays active, laughs often, and still has the confidence and vitality that many men assume disappear with age. Which one do you think has the healthier body? The answer might surprise you. Most people believe growing older automatically means losing strength, energy, and sexual performance. They assume it's just another unavoidable part of aging. But modern research tells a more interesting story. While aging certainly changes the body, lifestyle has an enormous influence on how those changes unfold. Some men experience a gradual decline much earlier than expected, while others maintain remarkable physical function well into their 70s and beyond. Today's story is about one of those men. When I first learned about his daily routine, I expected to find some miracle supplement or expensive medical treatment. Instead, I found something much more powerful. His habits consistently supported the systems that keep the body healthy, especially the heart, blood vessels, muscles, brain, and hormones. Those systems don't just influence how you feel during the day, they also play a major role in intimacy, confidence, and overall quality of life. Before we continue, if you're interested in healthy aging, men's wellness, relationship advice, and science-backed lifestyle tips, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Every week, we explore practical ways to help you stay healthier, stronger, and more confident as the years go by. Now, let's meet the man behind today's story. At 74 years old, he isn't trying to compete with people half his age. He isn't obsessed with looking young. He simply wants to enjoy life. He runs a small business, spends plenty of time outdoors, enjoys fishing, plays recreational sports with friends, travels whenever he can, and refuses to let age define his lifestyle. More importantly, he treats his health like a long-term investment instead of something to fix only after problems appear. That mindset alone already separates him from many younger men. One of the first things he does every morning is incredibly simple. He steps outside shortly after sunrise. It sounds almost too easy to matter, yet scientists have learned that our bodies rely heavily on natural morning light. Exposure to early sunlight helps synchronize the body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. This biological clock influences sleep quality, energy levels, hormone release, mood, and countless other processes that affect overall health. When your circadian rhythm stays in sync, your body generally produces hormones at more appropriate times throughout the day. Better sleep often follows, and good sleep is one of the most important foundations of healthy aging. Many people underestimate sleep. While you're asleep, your body repairs tissues, regulates hormones, supports brain function, and recovers from physical and mental stress. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to reduced energy, poor concentration, higher stress levels, metabolic problems, and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. The 74-year-old in today's story protects his sleep like it's one of his most valuable assets. He limits late-night distractions. He maintains a consistent bedtime. He wakes up naturally most mornings. That consistency may seem boring, but the human body thrives on routine. The next habit is movement. Not intense workouts, not endless hours in the gym, simply consistent movement. He walks almost every day. He enjoys hiking whenever possible. He plays pickleball several times each week because it's fun, social, and keeps him active without feeling like exercise. Why does this matter? Because healthy circulation is essential for nearly every organ in the body. Physical activity helps maintain cardiovascular health, supports healthy blood vessels, improves endurance, and contributes to better metabolic function. Regular exercise can also help the body produce nitric oxide, a molecule that allows blood vessels to relax and expand, improving circulation throughout the body. Many people don't realize that the smallest arteries in the body are often affected first when cardiovascular health begins declining. That's one reason doctors sometimes view changes in erectile function as a possible early warning sign worth discussing, since it can reflect broader vascular health rather than being an isolated issue. Instead of ignoring those signals, this man focused on improving the systems behind them. His goal wasn't simply better performance. His goal was a healthier body. That distinction changes everything. Nutrition is another major piece of the puzzle. Despite all the confusing advice online, his eating habits aren't based on extreme diets or impossible rules. He eats plenty of vegetables. He enjoys fruit. He includes quality sources of protein. He limits heavily processed foods most of the time. He drinks enough water, and he avoids constantly overeating. Nothing revolutionary, just consistent. Many experts agree that diets rich in vegetables, healthy fats, lean proteins, legumes, nuts, and whole grains support cardiovascular health and reduce chronic inflammation. Inflammation is one of the hidden enemies of healthy aging. When inflammation remains elevated for years, it can gradually affect blood vessels, joints, metabolism, and overall well-being. Instead of chasing miracle foods, he focuses on giving his body what it needs every single day. Another interesting habit is that he doesn't spend every waking hour glued to screens. Modern life has made sitting the default position. Hours pass without movement. Stress continues building. The mind stays constantly stimulated. Unfortunately, our bodies were never designed for that lifestyle. Even short walks throughout the day can improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and help reset the mind. He also keeps his social life active. This might sound unrelated to physical health, but it isn't. Research consistently shows that strong social connections are associated with better mental health, lower stress, and even increased longevity. He spends time with friends. He enjoys meaningful conversations. He laughs often. He stays curious. He continues learning new skills. That sense of purpose appears repeatedly in studies of healthy aging. People who remain mentally engaged often experience better emotional resilience and greater satisfaction with life. Stress management also plays a major role. Chronic stress keeps the body in a constant state of alert. Stress hormones remain elevated. Sleep suffers. Recovery slows. Motivation declines. Instead of allowing stress to control him, he makes time for activities that calm his mind. Fishing, walking, listening to music, being outdoors. These simple habits reduce mental overload while encouraging relaxation. Many younger men underestimate how deeply stress affects physical health. They focus only on symptoms instead of addressing the underlying lifestyle causing them. The 74-year-old chose a different path. He built daily routines that supported his body long before serious problems appeared. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson of all. He didn't wait for a crisis. He practiced prevention. But there was something else that caught my attention. He never chased quick fixes. He wasn't constantly searching for miracle pills, secret formulas, or expensive gadgets promising overnight results. Instead, he understood something many people overlook. Lasting health comes from supporting the body's natural systems consistently over time. One area he paid close attention to was maintaining a healthy body weight. As men get older, carrying excess body fat, especially around the waist, can increase the risk of high blood pressure, insulin resistance, heart disease, and lower testosterone levels. Those conditions don't just affect energy, they can also influence circulation, mood, and sexual health. Rather than following restrictive diets, he focused on eating sensible portions, staying active, and avoiding the cycle of overeating followed by crash dieting. That consistency helped him maintain healthy blood sugar levels and supported his cardiovascular system. He also prioritized strength. Most people think aging automatically means becoming weaker. In reality, muscle loss is influenced not only by age, but also by inactivity. Resistance training, even just 2 or 3 times each week, helps preserve muscle mass, improve balance, support bone density, and enhance metabolic health. It also makes everyday activities easier, from climbing stairs to carrying groceries. He didn't spend hours lifting heavy weights. He simply kept his muscles working. That small commitment added up over the years. Another factor was his attitude toward relationships. He stayed emotionally connected with people. He enjoyed companionship. He communicated openly. He valued affection, laughter, and meaningful conversations. Healthy relationships reduce stress, improve emotional well-being, and often encourage healthier daily habits. Emotional closeness can be just as important as physical health when it comes to overall quality of life. Many experts believe that loneliness and chronic isolation may affect health almost as much as some traditional risk factors. This man never allowed himself to become isolated. He kept living. He kept connecting. He kept finding reasons to look forward to tomorrow. His mindset was equally remarkable. Instead of saying, "I'm too old for that," he often asked, "Why not give it a try?" That simple shift changed everything. A positive outlook doesn't eliminate aging, but it can influence how people respond to challenges. Research suggests that optimism is associated with healthier behaviors, better recovery from illness, and improved resilience. He viewed aging as another stage of life, not the end of it. That perspective motivated him to stay active instead of giving up. Now, let's talk about one subject many men avoid discussing: hormones. Testosterone naturally changes with age, but low energy or reduced sexual function isn't always caused by testosterone alone. Sleep quality, cardiovascular health, medications, stress, nutrition, chronic illness, and physical activity all play important roles. That's why medical experts recommend evaluating the whole picture rather than assuming one hormone is responsible for every symptom. In some cases, doctors may recommend testing and treatment if clinically appropriate, but lifestyle remains the foundation regardless of the numbers on a lab report. This man's daily habits supported his entire body, not just one hormone. That's an important distinction. He also avoided one of the biggest mistakes many younger men make. He didn't live in a constant state of exhaustion. Modern life encourages people to push harder every day. More work, more notifications, less sleep, more caffeine, more stress. Eventually, the body begins sending warning signs: fatigue, weight gain, poor concentration, mood changes, reduced motivation, and sometimes changes in sexual health. Instead of ignoring those signals, he listened. If he needed rest, he rested. If he needed movement, he moved. If he needed time outdoors, he made time. Those choices protected his health long before serious problems developed. Another lesson came from his willingness to keep learning. He regularly read books about healthy aging. He stayed informed. He asked questions during medical appointments. He didn't rely on social media myths or miracle advertisements. He understood that good health is built through knowledge and consistent action, not wishful thinking. Many younger men assume they have decades before they need to think about cardiovascular health. Unfortunately, heart disease often develops silently over many years. Healthy arteries support the entire body. When blood vessels remain healthy, organs receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly. That's why doctors emphasize controlling blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and maintaining regular physical activity. Those habits don't just protect the heart, they protect the brain, the kidneys, the muscles, and yes, they also support healthy sexual function. The body works as one connected system. Ignore one part, and eventually, another part begins to struggle. Support the whole system, and the benefits often appear everywhere. Perhaps the most inspiring part of this story isn't that this man is 74, it's that he never accepted the idea that getting older meant giving up. He didn't wait for perfect motivation. He created routines. He didn't search endlessly for shortcuts. He trusted consistency. He didn't try to become younger. He focused on becoming healthier. That's a lesson every generation can learn from. Whether you're 35, 45, 55, or 75, your choices today influence how you'll feel years from now. No one can stop aging, but everyone can influence how they age. You don't need perfection. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need to transform your life overnight. Sometimes the biggest improvements begin with surprisingly simple decisions. Walk a little more. Sleep a little better. Eat a little healthier. Reduce stress. Spend time with people you care about. Stay curious. Stay active. Keep moving forward. Because the goal isn't simply adding years to your life, it's adding life to your years. And that's exactly what this remarkable 74-year-old has been doing. His story reminds us that healthy aging isn't defined by a birthday. It's shaped by the habits we practice every single day. If today's video changed the way you think about aging and men's health, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. And now we'd love to hear from you. What's one healthy habit you're committed to improving this year? Share your answer in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else to begin their own journey toward better health. Thanks for watching, and remember, every healthy choice you make today is an investment in the person you'll become tomorrow. We'll see you in the next video.